This is the Mikes and Beers podcast.
Guys, welcome back to another edition of Mikes and Beers, where our beers are on ice, the mics are hot. We're still down a third man, but that's okay. We got your two favorites right here. I am CraftWoody, as always, sitting with Samantha Arculux. Samantha, how you doing today?
Pretty good. I think my mic's more lukewarm than it is hot, but yeah.
Hey, at least you got a mic.
I got a mic.
There you go. My mic is hot because it's buried in my laptop and the CPU is frying it.
Because your laptop probably sucks.
It is an older laptop. I've had to upgrade a little bit. I am using my fiance's laptop. That's my upgrade because my other one is...
She is your upgrade, regardless of anything. She's your upgrades.
Just in life in general is an upgrade.
Yep.
Everything she has is my upgrade.
Yep. You were at the basic level and now you have upgraded to having a fiance.
Yeah, there you go. I was in the basement. Now I'm on the main floor.
There you go. Except you're still in the basement.
Yeah, living in a basement.
So am I.
Hey,
basement people.
Don't we love housing markets? And because of that, that's why we drink. So Sam, let's jump right into it.
Seriously.
I think you have what we did before on a previous episode. You have a little bag of tricks.
We do. I do. Still, my makeshift, I didn't even improve upon this. This is still the same thing. You can't even there we go. Now it's focusing on
there we go. I was going to say
yeah, before it's just like, that's just a blank piece of paper. But now if anyone watching on YouTube can see, you can see that there are question marks on my bag and I look like a ghost from behind.
Yeah, you look like you're the dead Riddler.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, do you want me to just dive right in here? Just
reach it down deep, right nice and deep, black, and pull out something sweet.
Let's just put it up in here. Oh, don't shake everything. We are unzipping. We are reaching in.
Hey,
reaching in. We are pulling out. Oh, we are pulling out. Not my forte.
Wow.
Blackberry jam stand from Nickelbrook Brewing Company. I am sober. Funny enough.
This is great. You can tell we're unscripted, eh?
Yeah. This is a soured light beer, and it clocks in at 4%. So it's lighter, which is good because clearly I am already drunk. So
apparently, well, Sam, before I kind of like your little goodie bag. May I reach in and do a little...
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Here we go. For people on YouTube watching, you're going to get a kick out of this. I'm reaching.
Reaching.
Grab it. Oh, I pulled one out of your bag from, blocks away.
Oh, my God. We're so clever.
So clever. I seem to have gotten a wonderful new beer, or one of their newer ones from Chronicle Brewery out in Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, our hometown favorites. It's called Bomb Flower, a raspberry milkshake IPA.
Ooh.
And if you can tell what characters on the front, those watching on YouTube, for those on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts, that's a Goron. That baby's from The Legend of Zelda.
I love Gorons. Sumo wrestlers of the Legend of Zelda.
He looks pissed. He's ready to float. He may be a happy guy having flowers, but this guy looks like he's literally just going to set the world on fire.
He looks like he's like, oh, here's your milkshake, and then he just punches you in the face.
Enjoy, pussy.
Yeah, kind of, for the most part.
That's the best way to describe it. I know, again, this is more for the YouTube watchers. This guy looks pissed. He is going to throat punch someone if you don't give him a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, seriously. No, I could just picture him passing you a milkshake and then punching you in the face.
Oh, it's going to taste good.
What's she clock in at?
Oh, yeah. Fella, she's clocking in at a whopping 6.5% because...
Oh, bye, Woody.
Yeah. Hope you find your dad.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like all the IPAs I drink are all clocking above 6, but Sam, we got to get to the most important part. Let's open her up.
I know, right? Here we go. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pour mine. Fancy.
Oh, she smell good. She smell good.
She's tasty.
I'm using a different glass that's not really going to showcase the color. And I will tell you about this glass in a bit later on.
And why Sam's pouring and wasting all of our time.
Excuse me. It's actually the perfect color for this beer because it is purple. I love it.
I was gonna say, ooh, that is grape drink.
She a grape drink, yeah. She smells like grape drink.
Well, cheers.
Oh.
Wow, no, fuck you, Sam. You just took a drink before
Wow,
me.
okay. Ooh. She's sour. I like it.
Not bad. Okay.
She is very light. For some reason, this beer is a she, so she's very light. She's very sour. She's a little tart. She's just a little.
Wow.
She's a little tart.
That's. I don't know if we should all be offended listening to this that you called your beer a girl and a tart, but hey, as long as she's sweet.
She's sweet but tart.
Wow. She's. Well, Sam, describe a little bit of flavor. Like, is it like when you told me about that beer? I really thought it was going to be jam in a can. It's
kind of is. Yeah, it's pretty much like this huge hit of blackberry, like because it's called the Jam Stand, right? Yeah. And it's real fruits and German words that Sam probably can't pronounce. So I don't want to offend with this, but the Berliner Wies.
Well, the Bruggenkleven.
yeah. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what it is, I think.
Heuven.
But yeah, it's so good. Oh yeah, and it does say that it has fresh mint, and I can taste the mint too. So there you go. So yeah, anyone who likes a good sour, try this guy.
Perfect. Who doesn't love jam in a can with a bit of mint?
The Jam Stand.
See, I'm gonna do this beer wrong. I do taste it to me. Yeah, a little bit. It tastes like a vanilla raspberry milkshake. It's plain and simple in beer form.
There you go.
I think this is definitely this is a good beer for those who enjoy IPAs, but on a nice hot day, you want that maybe slightly sweeter little flavor, something to kind of get that summer's coming. Mm-hmm. It's something I don't think I want to get drunk off of in the heat of the day in the middle of summer, but friggin' try her. It's delicious. Very happy with the flavor. Very happy I took the chance on it when I went there to get a beer, and always happy to promote and get new stuff. So
did you go there just to get one beer?
No, I got a 6-pack.
Okay. I was going to say, you got to get a 6-pack.
Yeah. With the times, it's a little harder to really get out to a little further away and go out and about. Trying to really stop it as much as I can. So I was like, okay, I'll support the local boys here, and I don't really have to be out too far. So I just went with Chronicle. It's a fan favorite of ours. I know that.
Oh yeah.
Like Bombflower. Who would? And the Legend of Zelda. Who doesn't like
Love The Legend of Zelda. That's my favorite video game.
Interesting.
And I'm just going to say, like, I know someone would be like, Legend of Zelda isn't a video game, it's a series. I'm just like, I understand. I'm saying The Legend of Zelda is my favorite.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Take this big ass list of all the games, and I like them.
I like them all. Yeah. I'm big into the story mode types of games, so yeah. But yes. Sam, I know what you just said, and I'm going to also say this beer, really, really good, but also like kind of a one drink. It wouldn't be something that I would, crack again and have it right afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're here. We're not shooting down beers. Some beers are really good with one. Like hell, you do a hard day's work and you just want a quick cold one. These perfect choice.
Oh yeah. But yes.
Damn, you bring up an interesting point.
I know.
When you were talking about the Legend of Zelda games, we kind of wanted to do something a little fun here. We're going to do a little bit of imagination, a little play. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, I love cans. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Special thanks.
I love big cans. I love it. But with this one, as we talked about the Bombflower, it has that theme of Legend of Zelda. So I want to think of what are some things we could talk about? And that theme kind of came to mind. Video games and some other like TVs, movies that really beer companies and the breweries really take advantage of playing on words. Like I know before, which was another funny one that I thought of, a brewery here in Bowmanville using Scuba Steve from Adam Sandler's movie Big Daddy as one of their things. I thought that's really cool for companies just to smaller time companies and breweries to do those play on not social media, pop culture references. That's the word I'm looking for. So I know we talked about it and said, instead of having our own company and saying, what would we want to do? Maybe we'll leave that for a future episode. But I was like, let's actually dive into the worlds. So let's start with video games, Sam. with the video game world as a whole, from when video games started to now, what universe would you want to dive into and live there? Because it could be just an absolute favorite of yours, or the world is just like, who wouldn't want to be there? But I'm going to give you one stipulation. In this whole thing, for both of us, we're going to give our likes for a couple of different pop media, or pop media, pop culture, whatever. See, I don't pay attention to pop culture. I'm stupider than hell. You're going to dive into this world, and you're going to be Smith R.Q. Luxton. So you got to live and survive in this video game world as yourself. But you want to pick the one that you tell me. Which one would you want to actually live in?
I think I just said it. Like, I would love to live Legend of Zelda, like all of it. Just.
Well, why? You do realize there's a 6-foot giant elf monster that wants to kill the world.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just stay away from it. I'll be one of those town folks people that's just like there.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'll be a Zora and be able to like swim and whatnot. But I mean, you just said I have to be Samantha R.Q. Luxton, which is in human form. So that kind of sucks because I would love to be a Zora.
Well, I think I can give you a loophole. So,
I love loopholes.
In Majora's Mask, let's go a little, maybe people are going to correct me on this in comments and other things, but Link has to go and collect masks that actually take on the powers of some other races. I see what you did. Girl, I got you. If you're able to find the masks, because they seem readily available for this little mute elf boy to go around and buy, why can't a fully talkable redhead go and freaking buy this?
Exactly.
So, yeah, and I love calling him that, the little mute elf boy that just goes around and saves the world. So, Sam, you can go be Zora.
Perfect. I want all the masks, though. I feel like I wear a mask every day otherwise. So, yeah.
Hey.
Because I also really love the little Dooku's. Like, he's so freaking cute. I know that just like, oh my God, like when he first start with Majora's Mask, it's like, oh my God, the horror, I'm now a Dooku. I'm just like, why? It's so cute. You're so cute. You can fly. You can, like, you're cool. Or like glide, technically glide, but.
Okay. Girl, I see you. Mm-hmm. For myself, this was trouble.
Yeah.
I thought of a lot of my favorite video games and do some honorable mentions here of which ones I wouldn't want to live in. And a lot of them, old school Nintendo days, it's big bad villains trying to destroy the world with just horrific things. And I'm like, I don't want to live in those worlds. So I had to really think of like, where the hell would I want to live? And I'm still drawing a blank, to be honest. This was going to be a tough one for me. You know what? I don't want to live in any of them, Sam. I'm just going to cop out and say, okay, you go live in little Zelda land, go live in Hyrule.
What's wrong with you?
No, so I think for myself, which I think would be interesting, is I would want to try Skyrim.
Okay.
Now, this is a dangerous ass world because freaking dragons just come out of the sky and just. But what I like, I have always enjoyed the medieval aspect of the world and getting to live in that history aspect, but I love magic. So the fact that it seems like in Skyrim, you can learn all the magic tricks through the College of Mages, and you can be a part of the Brotherhood, like an Assassin's Guild. You can be a part of a Thieves Guild, be in the arena. It really does brighten your horizons. And yeah, so I think that'd be cool because I was going to say actually Spider-Man because I've been playing that game. Fuck that. I've seen all his villains just destroying the world, so I don't need to be a part of that shit where people just seem to die all the time. So no, I'm good. I'm gonna go with Skyrim.
That's why I chose Legend of Zelda, because it does have that medieval feel to it, and it also has magic.
Yeah, but with a lot of 6-foot elf monsters running around or Gerudos, that's his name. Ganondorf is like a giant Gerudo that sends his minions to try to kill everything. No, I'm okay. I'm cool. You deal with Bombflower Boy.
Okay, I will, because I'm going to be such good friends with the Gorons. Like, they'll be my pals.
Hey, there you go. I'll stick with the Khajiits and the Argonians.
I'm just going to go chill in a hot spring and just like increase my health and just make friends. So that is going to be my day. Day in and day out, I will be in a hot tub, just relaxing and having the best time.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Well, then let's go the opposite.
Okay.
What video game world is just a hell no?
Hands down, Left 4 Dead. I Love that game. I love it. That's my favorite first-person shooter game. And actually, me and Justin have been playing it, and we play it on PC now. And he actually has it so that they're combined together. So you get the original characters, but with the weapons from Left 4 Dead 2, and all of the other special effect, like special zombies and stuff. Yep. So it's been a lot of fun, and he actually has it so like the charger will scream like he's actually like Terry Crews from the Old Spice commercials.
Oh my god!
Suddenly, like you're just like going about, and then suddenly you hear Old Spice. And it's like, where is he? Where is he?
You know what, Sam? I'm going to take the exact same answer as you, because I was thinking Resident Evil just for the fact of the zombies, but the world of Left 4 Dead can be so heavily modded in the video game world that it would be terrifying as all hell. Even its base game, dealing with spitters, hunters, witches, chargers,
spitters are quitters. Yeah. So yeah.
We swallow our liquids here on Mics and Beers. Jeez, all right, let's take a drink on that. God.
No, but it's just one of those things where I have the most fun playing it. But if it's like, oh, in real life, you're going to be in the zombie apocalypse, I'm just like, no, thanks. Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, if bastards. I absolutely had to, life or death, but it's not something that I wish to do.
No, I don't blame you. Same thing. I watch these little bastards running hordes to come chase you down. You have limited ammo, limited shit to kill them with. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, I think we all agree. Fuck Left 4 Dead and zombie-esque games. We're not living in them.
Nope, not at all.
All right, so those are video games, and I you know what? I say we shift it to TV, but TV, I'm going to make a fun little stipulation. So it's the same concept as our video games. So what kind of world do we want to jump into and kind of live there? And now as a TV series, same thing. You're going to jump in their world, but you're going to be interacting with the main cast most of the time. So it's not something that you just live in their world and you might bump into them. You're a part of their world. So for an example, let's go with that 70s show. If you were going to jump in that 70s show, you're one of the gang. But you're going to go live in your own place and all that. You just might be one of the gang. So going off that example, Sam, is there any groups or any TV show you're like, yeah, I want to jump into this world?
Oh, there's so many. And you just said, like, I didn't even think of that 70s show because I love that 70s show.
You just want to get stoned with a bunch of teenagers?
Actually, no, because I don't do well with the weed.
I thought you were going to say with teenagers.
taking the weed. Because I am that uncool. So yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best idea for me. So I guess they're cool people, but yeah, I probably shouldn't do something like that. Okay. Schitt's Creek.
Ooh, good
Schitt's
point.
Creek. I think David Rose would be like my best friend. He's like hilarious. And Stevie would probably be my best friend. And Alexis is just funny. And Moira, I think she'd just be hilarious to be around.
That's a solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was kind of leaning towards the sitcom areas. I didn't even think of Schitt's Creek, but I was like, yeah, that would be a good one, because I'd be like, yeah, I could just go get whatever job in the real world and enjoy just interacting with that. Good choice, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, girl.
I know my stuff.
See, I somewhere similar. I thought like, oh, do you want to go animated shows or go into real? Because I like we're watching some paranormal stuff, and that's with quotations. We're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the spinoff Angel. I'm like, nah, I don't want to live in a world where demons and friggin' vampires just run around. Yeah, Angels, nah. But Charisma Carpenter's in it. She's gorgeous.
And
I mean, I still love in the first season, I don't know the actor's name, but the character is Doyle. And when they bring in Wesley from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm like, yeah, I love it.
Okay, just so you know, I honestly thought when you're just like, I still love, I'm just like, Catherine. Her name's Catherine.
Yeah, she's okay. But okay. I would have went the paranormal route, but just thinking, again, don't want to live with shit that can just kill me instantly. I thought of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm going to go that route because I could think about having Jake, Terry, Charles, Diaz, Amy. Yeah, I could have her as a friend. I wouldn't really like answering to Captain Holt because I'm thinking if I'm going to be in their world, so I'm in the precinct, so I could be a beat cop, or I could be a detective, good salary, living in New York. Why not to try? That would be my go-to because I feel like it would be pretty cool to I want to say live in that world, and I'm more torn just being a cop. Like, you're going to see some pretty rough shit, but yeah, I think I'd want to go that just on the character route more so than the real life aspect. Because Terry Crews, I mean, Terry's got to have his yogurt.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not upset with my choice, but if I had to choose again, it would be Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my God. Yeah. Terry. I was just talking about Terry Crews in Old Spice.
That's why I laughed when you said that, because I knew where we were going to go to TV next. I was like, hey, well, this is a great segue.
Yeah. He's I would love it, because him and Rosa would probably be like my go-to people, the most hilarious. Like, I love Rosa so much. She's amazing.
Yeah, she would be a very interesting friend to have in your corner. You don't have to be super close with her, but just enough knowing that she's probably going to carry a hatchet, a knife, or something on her. She's just going to master.
Absolutely. We will bond over that, because they'll be like, oh my God, you got a hatchet? I got a hatchet.
Yay!
Yay, we both got hatchets. The Hatchet Girls.
My God, serial killers.
Seriously.
Well, Sam, what place then, go on the flip side like video games, if you want to live in Schitt's Creek, which is a TV show that is just hands down, hell no, I'm not being a part of?
Oh. Grey's Anatomy, I think. I mean, okay.
I understand where you're coming from.
So I feel being a doctor would be so I'm assuming that I would be a doctor because.
Well, yeah, you're in the hospital. So
yeah.
You might be a nurse. You might be a doctor. You could be one of you're just in that hospital.
I don't want to be a nurse. And the only reason, I have so much respect for nurses, but they do twice the amount of work that doctors do with half the pay, if half the pay. So I don't want to be a nurse for that reason.
That's a bold statement, Sam.
I commend nurses, but I also I feel bad for them. I think that they need more money. They deserve more money.
And if you don't mind, just going on a side note with that, I think I kind of agree with her. We have one of our good friends who is a nurse. We do hear stories that what they're going through, especially in today's time with the pandemic, your heart goes out to anybody in a hospital.
Absolutely.
So I know I kind of agree with you when it comes to Grey's Anatomy. I couldn't be in a hospital for that reason. So
no. But the other thing is that, I used to watch the show. I used to love the show. Now I can't really stand the characters. They kind of bother me. And then all of the stuff that they've gone through. No, thank you. I don't want to be crashing in a plane or having a hostage situation in a hospital or all of the other situations that they've had. I'm just like, no, I'm good. You can pay me as much money as you want. I'm still not going to do it.
Yeah, that's even a good call. I forgot what the characters have all gone through. And even if you jump in, let's say now after it's all done, you're dealing with some characters who have gone through some shit. Like, we're talking, most of them could be having PTSD and all that. That's a tough gig to go into with your peers on top of working at a hospital.
Sometimes I'm wondering, how are you still a doctor? Who's signed off on you being a doctor? I feel like all the stuff that they've gone through, literally Meredith Grey. I'm just like, I commend you for being able to even hold it together through a day, but all of the shit that she's gone through, I'm just like, I don't know how you function, sir or ma'am or whatever.
Yep. Mm-hmm. No, that's fucking hell. I want to go slap the psychiatrist that signed them all off. But
seriously, yeah. What about you?
It's interesting. I went kind of similar with the hospital route, and I know this is going to be picking on one of your favorite shows. I thought of MASH. So why I picked MASH is they have some great characters, and that's without a shadow of doubt. You have some really good people on your side. The trouble is, you're in a field hospital, so it's the aspect of a hospital with a lot less shit. This isn't some top-notch hospital in New York or wherever Grey's Anatomy is taking place. You're in a field hospital in the middle of the Vietnam War. Mm-hmm. You have explosives, and at any time you could have the Viet Cong come in and just raid and just slaughter you all. Mm-hmm. It is war. I use that terminology just because it is war times. So as great as Hawkeye and some of them are, I thought of what they're going through. You're not there for pay. You are literally there as a service to your country. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't imagine having people blown up to shit, and you're basically there in their last thing. You're their last sense of quote unquote family. And I was like, I know this is a dark turn that we've taken in this podcast that, but this is the reality of some TV shows. And that's why I'm like, no, that, all the paranormal ones we talked about, some other Law and Order stuff. I'm like, sure. But no, I think MASH kind of beats it all. I'm just like, no, I see where if I had to be a part of the main characters and be with them, fuck that. I'm out.
Yeah. No, at first, when you first said it, it was just the initial shock of just like, I cannot believe you just named one of my favorite shows. I have the literal like box set. I have the entire series. And it's very close to my heart. I love my 12th birthday was MASH themed. I had a shirt that said MASH. I got the dog tags that said Hot Lips Houlihan. And I got, at that point, I only got, I think, season 1 and season 4 because that's all that they could find. But actually, Justin was the one who found the entire like box set and he got it for me. And that was even before we started dating. So there you go. But I totally understand. I wouldn't want, like, I even said, I don't want to be in a hospital, but I do not want to be frontline in like war times. And yeah, that whole bit. Like, I mean, I would love to be with those characters because they are amazing. Yep. But yeah, no, thanks. I'm good.
So I'm glad we're on similar playing grounds. But then let's bump ahead to our final one. So we talked about the video game world we'd want to be a part of, not be a part of. TV show, same thing. We're gonna jump into movies now, and I'm like, I don't have the movie catalog of everything that was ever made. So this is going to be narrated.
That's me. I have the movie catalog. I have literally watched so many movies. I don't know what I do with my time.
So then tell us, Sam, you tell me with that catalog, what world do you want to be a part of?
See, the only thing I can really think of is, so my glass that I said I was going to showcase. And I actually, you know what? I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with this one. And this is going to be funny. But to the people who can't see at home, this glass is from Step Brothers.
Oh, I thought Gilligan's Island for a second. I was like, Gilligan's Island?
This is a Boat and Hose presented by Prestige Worldwide.
Oh my God.
I went as Brennan for Halloween the one year with one of my closest friends, Heather. She was Dale, and we actually looked like just 70s disco dancers.
It was funny, but once you told us who you are, it made sense. And I don't get your choice. I never liked that movie. So, but I get that you loved it and you want to be their friend. So, hey, and you live in the real world still. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I honestly, I don't even know where I would even partake in that. I just think it'd be funny to like even be a part, like just like the random shit that they're doing. I'm just like, the fuck, you're 40 years old. Why are you acting like a 12-year-old? Like, grow up.
But you know what?
I want to go to the Catalina wine mixer. That's 100%. I want to sell some helicopters, and I want to go to the Catalina wine mixer.
That was the only benefit I was going to say to your statement. It's one of those things, like if you were their buddies, you may not have started the Catalina wine mixer, but Sam, you're on the front lines of the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. You got to go.
You're a goddamn
Catalina wine mixer. But yeah, there's probably, you know what? Honestly, there's probably better movies. I just can't think of them with this glass in my hand. So yeah.
True. And you know what? Like, I had to think about this too. There's so many good movies that I would just want to be buddies with all the characters. And it still puts you in the aspect of living in the real world, which is nice. Like
fucking Harry Potter. I would love to be in Harry Potter, but anyway.
Yeah. You could be like Hermione, be a muggle? You don't have which
Muggle-born. Do not say the other word. It is a swear word in their world.
What? Mudblood?
Yes. I can call my beer tart, but don't you dare say that word.
Don't you dare say mudblood.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all great ideas and worlds that you can live in for sure. And you know what? Comment, tell us all the places that you would want to be a part of video games and movie, because we're going to miss out. Like for me, I actually thought of a cartoon world. Ooh. I was thinking if I could go into that world, obviously as a cartoon or as an animated person, I want Wreck-It Ralph. And why I pick Wreck-It Ralph, I'm scared of a lot of video game worlds, but because we're talking about a lot of 8-bit worlds, the fact that they're all buddies, which is really cool. Wreck-It Ralph, Vanellope von Schweetz. I'm going to go with the first Wreck-It Ralph because in the second one, spoiler, Vanellope leaves her game and she goes to the internet. So I'd rather just stick with the first movie. And that way I could join any of the games. I could be just a regular NPC. I might not even be a guy who gets killed. I might not be the good guy. I might not be the bad guy. But I love the idea when the whole arcade is shut down, they all just hang out with each other. I could sit in a support group with Bowser, Ganondorf, Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Wily, like some of the bad guys. I could go chill out with Sonic, Wreck-It Ralph himself. I can go like with all Pac-Man. That'd be such a cool world. It might get stale and boring after a long while because it is so repetitive. But I think I would take that challenge on because I'd be like, I want to go live in the video game world. I think that'd be such a cool aspect to try out.
Absolutely.
I might regret my answer because it's not a real world scenario and you can't do a lot of real world shit in there. But yeah, I'm gonna take Wreck-It Ralph for that interesting.
Okay. You know what? I know that I don't know if the movie has come out yet or if it's already, or if it's just like an upcoming movie or something. But there is a new movie with Ryan Reynolds called Free Guy, and it's kind of the same concept. Like he's supposed to be like a just like a non, like he's not supposed to be like a main character or something like that. But then for some reason he becomes one, and then it's just kind of like oh my God, I can't believe I can do this. Like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I honestly like I want to watch that movie. I don't know if it's out yet. I need to look that up. But yeah, Free Guy. Seriously, I think that you'd probably really enjoy that movie.
All right, something I'll look into. But hey, we got our worlds that we want to live in. Sam, tell me a movie world. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be around the horror genre.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me a world that you just say, screw it, I am not living in this movie realm.
Saw. No, thank you.
Fuck that main character.
No, just one of those I'm out. Or any horror movie where it's just like, let's run up the stairs instead of going out the front door. Like any like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just like, you see, or like Hitchhiker, don't pick up someone off the street. Just don't do it. They're gonna saw you in half. Like
Last House on the Left
off or something. I don't know.
Don't go to strange cabins in the woods. Like that, there's just common sense.
Yeah, seriously, don't do it. Just don't. Like you're gonna be like Chris Hemsworth in Cabin in the Woods, which was a horrible movie. Sorry, Chris Hemsworth, but you died first. Spoiler alert. You died first, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died.
Yeah, he was one of the first few ones.
He was one of the first people to go.
So Sam's just all around pick. It's just genre or the
like
genre of
horror. No, thank you. I love watching horror movies. Do not want to be in a horror movie. I already am.
Yeah, there you go, girl. I had to laugh with my pick then because I thought horror, but then I kind of thought, this universe and a particular movie out of the whole series is relatively terrifying. I went with Avengers Infinity War. I do not want to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Because you don't want to be don't want to be part of the blip, right? Or the
this motherfucker's got a gold gauntlet that can just go, half the world is gone. Yep. I'm okay not being a part of that world. And let's look at this statistically. I'm going to give you math and science. In all the horror films, yeah, you might say that, everybody died, but it's like, I'm their buddy. I'm a new guy coming in. Without the script of that movie, I might be able to escape. I might have less of a chance of dying than Infinity War, because Infinity War is goddamn 50%. Or literally 50-50. There's your options. You don't even get to fight the main bad guy. At least if I was told you have a 35% chance of living, but you got to kill Jason, you got to kill the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you got to kill Mike Myers, that's a chance that my skill set, as shitty as they are, I can win. Not a 50-50 shot of some purple bulb motherfucker just going snap and you're dead. And on top
I love me a good Josh Brolin, but maybe not as Thanos.
No. And all the other cosmic beings that can just come down and obliterate you. And even the good people, all their insane powers, what Doctor Strange is capable of, what even Black Panther's capable of, what all these people are capable of.
I love Chuck.
Fuck that. Panther's amazing. God rest his soul. But he also had the villains of Killmonger and Claw and stuff. Just that whole universe is hell no. We don't need I'd be a guy that signs the accord and be like, register all these friggin' superheroes, get them under, control, because holy shit. Again, I don't need some purple bald-headed motherfucker going around snapping his fingers and half of us are dead.
Do you really think that he'd be part of that list? It'd be like, no, fuck your list. Just snap it. Go away.
Yeah. And even still, if you just exclude all the villains, because I'm jumping in Infinity War. So that means that the Accord happened and a lot of heroes had to make that choice. I'm dealing off with some renegade pissed off heroes now who they might not attack the innocent, but they're making our world not such a great place. Both sides are fighting when they don't need to be, allowing bad stuff to happen. So yeah, horror films suck. Fuck the MCU. I love the series. It's one of the best series of all time. I am not living there.
I find it funny how like all the ones that we don't want to be a part of are things that we absolutely love. Like I 100% agree with you. I love MCU, love it. Do not want to be a part of it. Yep. Same thing like what I said before. I love Left 4 Dead. Do not want to be a part of it if I have anything to do with that. So yeah.
So apparently the things we love terrify the shit out of us, and that's why we are in relationships.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Why not? But maybe we just end it there, Sam. I don't need to go on a rant of why we're terrified of our significant others and, sleep on the couch. That's just not my life.
That's my life every day.
Aww. But guys, I know everybody watching us sometimes try to look down at our camera, wondering, hey, what's right here? Hey, guys, it's our shirts.
It's our shirts.
We are wearing merchandise, and why we're bringing this up just before we say our final farewells, we want to give shout outs to a guy that we've been shouting out before. He's the guy that's made Mikes and Beers happen and really promoted us in the sense that he did up our shirts. He does up our the cover art for
all of this.
Everything related. Yeah, every image related to Mike and Beers is because of J Digital Arts. If you want to go to J Digital Arts and get yourself a professional graphic designer at an affordable cost, guys, you have to do it. Go check him out at jdigitalarts.com at his website. Instagram, Facebook, again, Jaybird Digital Arts, I should say. So the website, jbirddigitalarts.com. Find him on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, he's the best. And as he describes, I'm looking down at my notes because I got to make sure that I get his good stuff right. My business is not successful unless your business looks good. And that's an
amazing slogan,
Thank you again, Jay, for everything you've ever done for us. And guys, thank you for always listening into us, giving those likes, comments, subscribes, follows. And if you want to do any of that still, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts. Go to all our accounts. Like, follow, subscribe. We love all the support you give.
Comment, tell us what you want us to review. Give us a brewery name, give us a topic, give us whatever you want. Tell us how we're doing. Just everything. We just want to hear from you guys, Yeah.
You said it, you couldn't have said it any better, Sam. So I guess we're gonna be signing off. And Sam, as always,
should we also kind of comment on this gentleman right here? No, we're not going to. Okay, that's fine. Fuck you, TJ.
Yeah, see this guy in the middle? Where is he? We don't know. But if you want to know, go check out The Hotter Show on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Anchor. You're going to find them. Yeah, great podcast. We love them. But I guess we'll plug them a little bit. So thank you. Thank you, TJ, the Iceman Hotter. He was the guy that
started. Yeah, all right, I guess.
Hey, Sam, I think that's just about it. Always a pleasure to get to hang out with you and plug, random
people. Yeah. Yeah.
But cheers and love as always, Sam. I'm always great to have a chat with you. So my beer's empty. So that's
well, cheers anyway.
Cheers. I'll get the last drop in, guys.
There you go.
Have a good day.
Mm-hmm.